that shows the heliocentric model is absolutely wrong. Not to mention, a solar day is a perfect 24 hours. High noon to high noon is 24 hours every day. A sidereal day has to do with the alignment of the stars. That's a little less than 24 hours. We adjust our clocks and calendars for the alignment of the stars, not the sun. And, it's basically 6 months into the year, we would be facing the opposite direction of the sun, and time is off. Even with daylight savings, it's still off, 10, 12 hours. 6 months of the year, time should be reversed if we're spinning around this giant ball of fire, doing perfect 24-hour rotations. I mean, a solar day is like 24.00 with a line over it. It's always high noon to high noon is always a perfect 24 hours.
Roger. I was just losing my train of thought here a little bit. I was, that circle that's depicted in all civilizations. That's a basic truth that it seems everybody knew. You can see that in South America,
absolutely,
in the Incas. You can see that with the Native Americans. You can see that in the yin and yang of the Eastern religions. Everybody seems to have had something like that. I mean, Stonehenge. They're all these ancient celestial observation points. They were onto something there.
Yeah, like they say that we're the result of a big bang, and then all the stars are cosmic birdshot hurling through an infinite expanse. But since the dawn of time, explorers have used the same exact stars to navigate with because they've never moved. Well, they move throughout the course of the year, but like the North Star is always north. And you look at how Orion's belt lines up with the pyramids. Like every, I think it says like every 14,000 years or something like that. But I mean, that's just one of those ridiculous things that you can never disprove. I'm not going to live 14,000 years to be able to disprove it. But the fact that they all still perfectly align up with the temples, how long ago they were supposedly built, shows that it's not cosmic birdshot, that there's a sequence and a pattern.
You say you're not going to live 1,400 years. Right now there's a Russian billionaire that's investing all of his money on living forever. Kind of, sort of.
Actually, there's a cool website. It's called 2045, all numbers 2045.com, and they basically are promising immortality for purchase by the year 2045. You made like right now the basic steps. You slowly make this digital avatar of yourself, and you download your personality and stuff like that. But towards the end, there's actual integration of technology to make you immortal. And the Bible refers to that as false immortality.
Yeah, for somebody that believes in a soul, though, you can't upload a soul. Now, I totally believe that they're gonna get us interfacing, and then you'll be able to upload your consciousness. But are we more than our consciousness? I guess that in itself is probably one of the oldest questions that civilization has been trying to answer since the dawn of time.
Somebody knows. We're just not privileged enough to know, to have the information.
Well, who said, I think, therefore I am?
Confucius?
Did he? I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Somebody did say that. I think, therefore I am. See, this is why, kids, this is why you should stay in school.
See, this is why it gets confusing.
Right. Well, heck, anymore, God, that's a topic in and of itself, is our school system. Jesus.
Oh, yeah.
We were debating this yesterday about, I honestly believe not that long ago, my grandfather's high school education was probably equivalent to that of a college education today. Back when my grandfather went to school, they used to teach advanced physics, and they'd give it gets a bad term, but a classical liberal arts education, which nobody teaches a true classical liberal arts education nowadays. But I mean, my father, that's not that long ago, was learning Latin in high school. And now they don't even want to teach our kids how to read cursive, which all the founding documents are written in cursive. So I find that another thing just chipping away at Western society.
And I think the deal with the cursive is because they can't do digital scans, which that means they want to turn everything digital, I guess, is what their goal is. They want to be able to scan everything.
Well, everything is built. Our very Western civilization is not. We didn't start it. It's a little dash of what we took from the Indians, but by and large, a lot of it was taken from the Greeks.
Yeah. Deep down behind it all, it was all taken by Lucifer.
The Luciferian.
This was all part of the plan a long time ago. Everything that's happening is what was supposed to happen, and they have people in positions of power in every facet of life.
Well, man, I'm
everywhere.
gonna play another commercial and maybe a couple songs and if you'd stick, you can go if you want. I've had you on for an hour, but if you want to stick around and tell us what their end game would be, that would be great as well.
Yeah, I mean, I have a few speculations on what it could be.
Well, let's dive into the theoretical then. We'll just throw a little disclaimer that, I mean, Matt's not for sure, but this is what he sees coming.
Do not quote me.
There you go. All right, with that, I'm gonna play a couple commercials and a song and refill my coffee cup, and we can grab our thoughts and get them together and hopefully educate our listeners.
All right.
This is Bulldog, 22-year retired Army combat veteran and proud owner of ThreatCon 5 clothing. Like many of you, I get tired of seeing organizations that claim that collected donations were helping veterans, but truly only using pennies on the dollar. So I wondered, what could I do to make a difference? We started ThreatCon 5 clothing with a mission of designing clothing that brings awareness to the threats affecting the veteran community. We also provide assistance to vets in need, as well as making donations to organizations that are truly giving back. Join us and many others that wear our logo, knowing the money spent on our items goes to make a real change in a veteran's life. Join in the fight. Wear the grenade.
This flag isn't backwards. It's assaulting forward. Born was a nation of independence, who made the choice to make their lives and their families' lives better. Always moving forward, never retreating, never giving up. We carry on that tradition today. Fight on, break through, never quit. This flag isn't backwards, it's assaulting forward. We are grunt style, and this will defend.
You're listening to Veteran Radio Syndicate, brought to you by Alpha Outpost. Want the gift that keeps on giving every month that you actually want? Each month, you'll be receiving a box filled with gear that a true American patriot would want. Your first month, you'll be getting the everyday carry. It comes with a badass bag to hold all your gear. So head over to alphaoutpost.com today and grab America by the box.
Comes a time in a man's life that laughter becomes the best medicine. Visit the5b.com today and embrace the Bravo. Titty sprinkles.
Hey everyone, John Burke here. More and more these days we're seeing social justice warriors demand that we conform to their weak-minded way of thinking. Well, if you're like me, I get sick and tired of it. So at itagear.com, we are now running clothing that is so damn offensive, it'll send the little snowflakes running for their safe spaces and into the arms of their gender studies professors. So if you like practicing your First Amendment right by wearing offensive clothing, then ITA Gear is just what you're looking for. Let them burn flags, we can wear shirts that trigger them. Once again, that's itagear.com, veteran-owned and operated.
You're listening to Veteran Radio Syndicate on VetRS.com. The best in online radio.
We don't have time for a meeting of the Flat Earth Society.
fair public scrutiny of his program. For from that scrutiny comes understanding, and from that understanding comes support or opposition, and both are necessary. I am not asking your newspapers to support an administration, but I am asking your help in the tremendous task of informing and alerting the American people. For I have complete confidence.
Esta disposición nueva de un continente de América está plasmada y resumida en el grito que día a día nuestras masas proclaman como expresión irrefutable de su decisión.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Alex, and I've just hit 20,000.
And I am back. You've got Compound Commander here on Tinfoil Vets. Let's see. You there, Matt? Or you go get a glass of water?
Oh, I'm here.
Good deal. Good deal. I think I messed up my YouTube there. I was trying to play some music, and then I clicked. I had chipmunks and went on to other things. But anyway, why don't you tell us what you think their end game is?
Okay, I mean, based on the Bible and stuff, this is, this is going to be, eventually, what leading up to it, it's going to spiral out of control. It's going to be absolute chaos. That's what they're pushing for. I mean, that's what the Bible says will happen. So, I'm pretty sure it'll happen. As far as us being in hell, well, I mean, if you think about it, if the Earth is a battery, and they're arrogant enough to talk about a pole shift, and there's old Freemasonic books, there's a depiction of a flat Earth with an outer, it's like we have our circle, and there's like a 200-foot ice wall that goes all the way around, and like a 60,000-mile diameter there, and it's a 200-foot ice wall, so beyond that, on all sides, there's supposed to be an outer ring with continents around the ring, and that would be in the southern polarity. Can't prove this. I can prove the Earth's flat. I just cannot prove this part. All right, and so if you think about it, that would be the outer polarity. That would be the negative polarity. That could be hell. I mean, that could be where the suffering was meant to be. The beast, or maybe was meant to reside there, and beings of love were meant to be in the positive part. Positive beings in the middle, negative beings in the outer. And they gradually they were able to create this false sense of duality and basically open it up with both sides having both. It's basically physics. Like you can't have, if we're all energy vibrating into mass, you can't pull off the positive end of the battery without pulling off the negative. So for every action, there has to be an equal or opposite reaction. So for us to do things positive, there has to be negative taking place, theoretically, according to physics. So, and this is just what I've kind of theorized out of that. And so basically what I think they're trying to do is switch the polarity of the battery and make the outer ring the positive polarity and in the center the negative polarity, and that would essentially put us in hell and a state of endless suffering.
So just out of curiosity, there's a lot of in this narrative, there's a lot of evil behind the scenes organizations in play that I guess have their own, what we would consider, nefarious goals. Does civilization have any, or do you believe that civilization has any, say